got a Jay-Z victim and you got a superstar. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it.
It's been a rough year for the music industry, with all the explosive facts floating around. And here's a new chapter of this exposure coming fresh from Jaguar Wright. This lady is back in the spotlight, making shocking allegations about the cause of demise of Migos rapper TakeOff. Jaguar is pointing her finger at none the other Jay-Z, this time claiming that his company, Roc Nation, had a hand in the tragic demise of the rapper. She alleges that TakeOff was part of a larger scheme, a corporate hostile takeover orchestrated by Roc Nation. According to Jaguar, at the center of it all is Megan Thee Stallion, who clashed with her former label 1501 and its CEO J. Prince. Adding fuel to the fire, Jaguar pointed out that J. Prince's son was present at the scene on the night of TakeOff's passing, suggesting a connection to Roc Nation.
The takeover, using his life as the god. Oh my God.
It's been a year and a half since Migos rapper TakeOff's tragic shooting, and it still stings to think about how senseless and random this tragedy was. The Grammy-nominated musician was literally an innocent bystander who got hit by a stray bullet. At least, that's the official story. To give you some context, let me take you back November 1st, 2022, when the rapper was fatally shot. He was at a private party, and after it was over, things took a terrible turn. Quavo and TakeOff were involved in some sort of disagreement with a group of people, allegedly over a dice game. Some words were exchanged, and before anyone knew it, shots were fired. Unfortunately, TakeOff, who wasn't directly involved, ended up being hit by a stray bullet. According to the Houston Police Department, the musician was found with no signs of life on arrival, while 2 other victims who sustained wounds were taken to the hospital.
HPD Chief Troy Finner said TakeOff was not the intended target that night.
Definitely wrong place.
There was a lot of conflicting information at the time about what really happened, especially after rapper's bandmate Quavo shared a video on his Instagram driving around Houston with Jazz Prince's, J. Prince's son. In case you're not familiar with J. Prince, he's the CEO and co-founder of Houston-based record label Rap A Lot and likes to refer to himself as the king of Houston hip-hop scene. As for his son, Jazz Prince, he's made a name for himself with his streetwear brand, Mob Ties. Word on the street is that whenever high-profile rappers roll into Houston, J. Prince takes on the role of providing protection. However, there's a flip side to the story. There have been whispers swirling around about J. Prince and his son allegedly extorting artists for their services.
You know, being a hunter, you learn a lot about your prey.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of advantages of being a hunter.
Then there are also some rumors about these dice games where artists allegedly end up getting set up. See, TakeOff isn't the first person to lose his life after attending a game organized by Jazz Prince. Just 2 months before TakeOff passed away, Chicago's Duke, the jeweler, was reportedly robbed after winning $100,000 in a dice game with Jazz Prince. Later, he was ambushed and fatally shot while walking to his car. As for the suspect in TakeOff's case, a month later after he passed away, the police arrested Patrick Xavier Clark under suspicion of firing the fatal shots.
3-year-old Patrick Xavier Clark was taken into police custody Thursday evening.
1 day after his arrest, Clark posted a $1 million bond and was released on house arrest. Despite this, Clark maintains his innocence. His attorney issued an official statement claiming the police got the wrong man. There was someone else who started the shooting. It was not Patrick Clark. He was in the same position that TakeOff was in. He was trying to get out of there alive as well. He didn't have anything to do with the argument that occurred. Now, here's where it gets even wilder. There's a theory going around that TakeOff was sacrificed. As Jaguar Wright says, in the music industry, this can be just as profitable as a #1 record. Remember how she called out Diddy for making money Biggie's demise?
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive.
And she's not alone in this theory, as comedian Cat Williams recently discussed the same narrative in his viral interview. When young rappers pass away, someone higher up in the industry makes a lot of money off that tragedy. As guess who's currently trending with the amount of wealth made on the music and producing? None the other Jay-Z, who is the only rapper to claim a spot on Forbes' Real-Time Billionaires list with a $2.5 billion net worth. But in fact, he didn't rap much recently, didn't he? As Jaguar Wright claims, he has other ways to mint cash, and they're way more sinister than we can imagine. And since she proved to be truthful about so many other things in the rap world, many fans actually believe her. As one person commented, Jaguar is saying a lot, but I think she knows a lot more than she's saying. And another user added, she is right about everything, the way the industry plays it all about sacrifice. Shortly after TakeOff passed away, former music executive and video director Robbie Starbuck went viral after sharing a video about these rumored industry sacrifices. He claimed that record executives deliberately push Black artists to promote behaviors harmful to their own community in order to keep them traumatized and easily manipulated with money.
We have to stop. We're being used.
You've been used for a long time, you know.
In his 4-minute and 28-second clip, Starbuck also claimed that labels pay music video directors more to shoot rap videos because the hip-hop genre is the only one associated with possible problems, and he urged the rappers to act and change the narrative. He also claimed that artists are being used like a pawn in the industry games. The sick strategy of the elites and record executives in the Black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with tragic demises and money so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was.
The record executives that push you to do this to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work.
Starbuck went as far as to claim that record executives are in cahoots with the government, using Black artists to carry out their questionable agendas and sacrifice people for their sick needs. Here's the truth. The truth is this. A bunch of young, Black male rappers keep passing away. You know who's not passing away? Record executives. Now, Starbuck didn't drop any names when he hinted at record label executives allegedly benefiting from artists' tragic demises. But leave it to Jaguar Wright to fill in all the blanks. She's pointing fingers, and guess who's in the spotlight? None other than Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z. In her latest sit-down with Real Life Productions, Jaguar went full throttle with a wild theory linking TakeOff demise to Megan Thee Stallion's beef with Jay Prince, her former label boss.
Insurance policy and to cover up the fact that Roc Nation was ripping Megan away from 300.
Megan initially signed up with 1501 Entertainment back in 2018. Thing went south when she filed multiple lawsuits against the label over an allegedly unconscionable deal with the support of her management company, Roc Nation. Since 2020, she and the label have been in a legal dispute that's generated numerous headlines until it was announced in late 2023 that they amicably parted ways. According to Jaguar, Jay-Z's label planned to take over Megan's career completely. When Megan signed a management deal with Roc Nation in 2019, the lawyers for the label found that her deal split the recording profits 60-40 in favor of 1501, and that they got a cut of income streams outside of recorded music.
1501? Trying to tell me I can't put out no music?
Apparently, it was a bad deal for the company as well, and as Carl Crawford, the label founder, mentioned in his interview, she decided to go online because we had to put a stop on her music. As soon as she got with Roc Nation, she decided not to honor the contract anymore. Well, Roc Nation and its head Jay-Z are known for their manipulations and spreading terror in the music industry. So many tragic incidents have been attributed to Jay and his desire to conquer the world of hip-hop. As Jaguar said, his intimidating tactics unalived an innocent rapper, which allowed Roc Nation to finally get full control over Megan's career.
I guess nobody's paying attention to the fact that complete control of Megan Thee Stallion's career was taken over right.
Now, you know how it is whenever Jaguar Wright starts talking. The internet splits into two camps, with some folks calling her nuts and accusing her of fabricating stories for attention, and others swearing that she's the straight-up truth teller in the industry. But here's the thing. Looks like her words are just on point here. As one person commented, Jag has been consistent with her stories for years, even before social media. I'm just glad she's still here to continue telling the truth. We pray for your safety, Jag. You ain't crazy. And another user added, I pray that God covers her and sees her through all of this. She's doing a good job by putting them on blast. Apparently, Jaguar isn't going to stop sharing wild stories about the industry, big names, and who knows, maybe at some point when all the lies are exposed, we start taking her seriously. But folks, what do you think about all this? Could Jaguar Wright be telling us the truth about TakeOff demise? Or this lady just a sad hater? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check my other videos.